What's up, you guys? Before we start, I do want to put a spoiler warning for Demon Slayer Mugen Train arc. Okay, so I wanted to start drawing Rengoku because I have finished the animated part of Demon Slayer, and I really liked it. Especially Rengoku, which, he was my favorite character until he died. Because of course I picked the character who dies as my favorite character. Because why not? Anyway, I'm just drawing, just kind of like looking what I actually want, and I am not sticking with any of this. Like anything that I'm drawing at this moment is going to be deleted. It was actually kind of hard to find out how to draw Rengoku in my own style. Just because he has like certain characteristics which are really hard to copy, like in my own art style. So I kind of just went around, kind of tried some things and failed a lot. Oh yeah, no, and I forgot to record, but here is, the sketch. Just one of the sketches that I did, the many sketches, but here we just have him like kind of looking down at you. I don't know, I just kind of liked it. Yeah, I didn't really like the front two strips of the hair. They were kind of like bulky, kind of weird, at least for my style. I went ahead and just kind of like did another sketch of the other sketch, just kind of refining of like the other sketch, because that's what you do when you make another fucking sketch. But yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to find out what I like best. Like, it's not easy to portray a character with certain characteristics in another style. Especially Rengoku, for some reason, he was really hard to draw for me. I don't know why. Here I'm just kind of figuring out his hairline so that I can draw it more accurately, and that's actually the one that I'll stick by. And after a while I was thinking like, okay, this is gonna be kind of boring, so how do I spice up this drawing? Well, I got the solution, man. So when he dies. Yeah, I drew both the dying part and the alive part in one drawing. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, this is going kind of quick, but it's just me kind of like blocking in shapes and just shading and highlighting and just kind of coloring the hair and doing all that sort of stuff. This is one of my favorite parts of the process. It's also the longest. But this is just the part that will yield more result, like the most result. This will do wonders to the drawing, of course, like after I add in color. And I just kind of pulled up references. But I really like the shading and the highlighting part, just because, I don't know, it's really fun to do, and I can really think about the actual colors I'm putting in, especially when I'm doing like black and white. Because what I used to do was just kind of grab a color and grab an opposite color and do all that stuff before like blocking in anything or thinking about anything. And that just made for like really bad color palettes or just like horrible shading. So I am kind of glad that I just started to do the grayscaling first and then afterwards the colors. I just like it a lot more. But yeah, here we have the dead side. Nothing really special, he's just still smiling at you. Yes, you. This side was actually the harder part to do because like light is obviously coming from like different directions. I don't want it to have like really smooth shading because that will take away from like the more painterly style on the other side, but I also don't want it too harsh Otherwise it just doesn't look right with the lighting that I have here. And here I'm just kind of cleaning up everything behind the lines because, well, after coloring it becomes kind of hard to just, well, color. Like on the right side. This took me actually pretty long. I think it was like 6.5 hours for the whole piece. Which, I don't know, I think it's longer than I usually do. But I don't really keep track of that sort of stuff, you know. So of course, as you can see, I just have to do the blood. Because what is that Rengoku without the blood? Am I right or am I right? I'm just shading the blood, kind of actually starting to do the coloring. And just messing around with every kind of, well, shade there is. It was kind of hard to do the train part because I'm not that good at like showing different textures, let alone wood. Wood is just kind of a texture that I don't like to do. And unfortunately the train is a lot of wood. But I got through that. I just first I always do the background and then the foreground. Most of the time, not always, but this time I decided to do that. And I just wanted to do like a well, just a nice sky, you know, and just have more color in it than the counterpart of the background, just to make it pop, just to make it pop a bit more. And I'm just shading it in, throwing all the colors in. Actually, like, I did a base layer of the skin, and most of the hair and everything around it was almost perfectly colored as it was. But obviously I still wanted to like different colors and stuff. But yeah, no, it turned out actually pretty good, even without like the things I added. So after that, I just kind of, you know, messed around with the other side, just tried to get the color good, which was actually quite a task, since I never really do anything sunset related, so that was fun to find out. It was actually pretty fun, yeah. One of the last parts, of course, I just kind of do the blood and, you know, kind of finish everything up, clean everything off, uh, color the line art actually a different color because I don't think blue fits that well with all of this. Well, I struggled with that actually quite a bit as well, just because it had so many different colors that I had to keep account for. Here I just dropped in some noise and everything to make it a bit more interesting, and well, here you have it, the final piece. I'm actually pretty glad with it. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you again. Bye.